The past 24 hours have not been good. I mean, Saquon, 300 yards. I mean, yeah, he's really good. Screw the Giants for that. Yeah, we got boat race in that second half. More on that at the end of this video. Obviously, we got a lot to get to as well. I'm not in a good mood either because UConn just blew a game against Memphis. It was not good. Obviously, they're one of the best basketball teams in the country, but that's besides the point. Here's all you guys should be happy for here in this week 12. Just roll it.
Line drive to Turpin, and it bounces through his legs. Here he comes. Devontae Turpin spinning three! Here he goes! Fastest man in the NFL! Devontae Turpin takes it all the way! Touchdown Dallas! Williams, pressure coming, Williams ducks away, on the roll, Williams throws, open in the back of the end zone, it is practice in Minnesota, and that one ball is loose, wasn't touched, the Bears, one block today, good snap, good hold, good kick, overtime, in Chicago, what a run for Baker Mayfield, doing the Tommy DeVito. Keeps it. Curry being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for Wilson. And a house call for Seattle. Shonellis. Raiders have the lead. 19, so wild stuff. And he's 6 yards shy of a career high for rushing yards. And he's got it. And he's got more. And he's gonna go. 6. Okonkwo. Run. Good snap, good hold. The kick is no good. Oh my! Hey yo! Right there, Mechie and Bo.
Remember, Dan Orlovsky did that. Stepped all the way out of the end.
Boy had his hands on him again. May puts his back into it towards the end zone, wide open. Oh, that one is really no good. And then the extra point is no good. That's the first missed extra point of the season for Austin. But Seibert's kick is good. Half a minute, no timeouts. Daniels throws down the strikes twice in Washington for the tie. Oh my God! And the worst special teams day.
And after all that nonsense, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fight NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the NFL Week 12 recap. Obviously, going through all the games that happened on Sunday. There were only 11 of them, but it was one of the crazier Sundays really we've seen in a while. The NFL never really fails to disappoint, and we saw this again, obviously, yesterday. Either way, though, again, a lot to talk about today, so I don't really want to talk about these injuries too much, but they are important. They are important to talk about. Brian Robinson Jr. injures his ankle early. We'll see if he can play against the Titans. I would say yes, because he played for most of that one, but doesn't look good. Austin Ekeler got concussed. I would be surprised if he played against the Titans, but you'll see. As well as Andrew Wiley, his concussion was definitely worse than Austin Ekeler's. Both theirs were bad, but Andrew Wiley's definitely looked a little bit worse. I mean, Austin Ekeler, yeah, he like literally had to get taken off the field, but like medically wise. Outside of that, though, yeah, Joe Tryon screwed up his ankle, I guess. I mean, that really doesn't matter. The Giants obviously have a big week coming up. They're playing in the game. It's critical for them obviously to make the playoffs. Outside of that, though, questionable Peyton Hendershot with calf, I guess. Outside of that, though, I mean, nothing too much nothing crazy in terms of what we saw on Sunday. Either way, injuries to come up today. Yeah, hamstring. Marshall Lattimore is just, I guess he's not going to play. Like, I don't know why they trade for him if he's not going to play. Tyson Spears concussion. We'll see what happens there. MCL injury for Tristan Wirfs. Obviously did not play last week. Brock Purdy shoulder again did not play against Green Bay. They're going to need him, though, on Sunday night there in Buffalo, which will be a doozy in a lot of ways. Again, a couple of backups. Again, no groin injury there. Brandon Graham's down for the season. He tore his triceps, as well as Darius Slay getting concussed in that big win for them against the Rams. Obviously, Devontae Smith did not play in that blowout win. Outside of that, though, Dexter Lawrence, again, knee injury. He's the best defense, honestly, probably the best player in football, if we're going to be completely honest, pound for pound. He is something else. Outside of that, though, Anthony Walker really screwed up his hamstring. Whereas Gardner Minshew's out for the season, he's shattered his collarbone. It was really ugly. Aiden O'Connell could be back. That would be interesting for them, obviously, in Black Friday football. They don't want, what is it called, Desmond Ridder starting, but hey, you never know. Of course, Zamir White and, Alexander Madison both missed last week, or this week. Rob Havenstein did not play, but the Rams are going to really need him there in New Orleans. Bernard Raymond, knee injury. Versus they play the Lions, right? Torn ACL for Kadar Hollman, who's again a pretty decent special teamer there. Outside of that, though, I didn't see any like crazy injuries across the league. Outside of that, Jake Ferguson did get concussed. Obviously, I think that was a week before that, though. Outside of that, though, again, nothing some pretty like season-ending injuries, and stuff to talk about, but it's nothing really that too crazy right there. With that said, though, that's really all I got for you guys here in the injury report. Again, trying to keep it quick. Now let's get into our first game, which actually wasn't even that much to talk about, but I mean, hey, here are the highlights from it anyway.
All right, JB, it is a glorious 77-degree day here in South Florida, where two old friends of the AFC East are ready. Highest field goal percentage of his career, 19 of 22 on the season, and this kick hits the right upright.
He's primarily been up against Tyreek Hill.
Tagovailoa over the middle, Smith taking down tacklers, and he bowls his way.
Intent of the defenses and then counter it has been exceptional this game.
A-Chan on the catch, screen set up perfectly, and he
Find himself man-to-man coverage at the bottom.
Tagovailoa underneath out of the backfield. A-Chan, a Sunday walk into the end zone.
And that does not demonstrate growth.
May, again, football's out, Dolphins got it.
And more consistent, but right there, Sealer just beats low for a huge play.
Tagovailoa gets it to Waddle, full acceleration. May, Robinson, boy, had his hands up again. May puts his back into it towards the end zone, wide open. 80 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, the football was loose, it's picked up. Gonzalez on the scoop, and now it's a foot race. Gonzalez,
Pretty decent offense, even with the personnel that they have.
boy, Ramsey again untouched, and that one is picked.
And the Dolphins are able to, let's just say they beat the Patriots, because I'm just going to be nice there. Of course, completing the season sweep. Only one of those happened to be with Tua, though. Of course, Tua is now 7-0 against the Patriots in his long and very storied career. Yeah, he's been in the league a while. Whatever, though. Of course, Dolphins under their third straight win, knocking off the Patriots 34-15, and what, again, was a crucial game for them, obviously. Not really, but still. A game they wanted to win, obviously, with a huge Thanksgiving night game coming up, or looming, in Green Bay on a short week. But nonetheless, again, third straight win for them. They're in a good spot. Patriots fall to 3-9. They now clinch, what is it, since they went with, now what is that, their third or fourth season? I think it's their fourth season since Tom Brady left with a losing record. But again, this is a Patriots team that is growing. They're still really bad, and I'll give you guys some reasons for that in a second. Of course, they were down 31-0. There was a blowout in all proportions. I mean, some cosmetics have to do with bad. The Patriots down 31-0 after the first 3 quarters. But yeah, it wasn't much of an offensive day for them. They really struggled in this one, just kind of how it went. But they will obviously hosting the Colts next week in a game that could be very interesting. Drake May, again, cosmetic numbers overall. He did have a pretty bad interception. The fumble, I mean, it was a fumble, like whatever. 22 of 37, though, 222 yards. Obviously, the heave of a touchdown for 38 yards. For Austin Hooper seemed like the only guy who wanted to be out there. DeMar Douglas also was pretty good. They didn't run the ball really at all, and I think that was part of the reason the offense really did absolutely nothing for most of this game. As well as the fact, this O-line did not play as well at all either. Defensively, I had some notes for this defense. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy touchdown. I actually thinking about. Okay. On that touchdown that Drake May threw in garbage time, that reminded me of a touchdown or a near touchdown that some guy, out of like some bum tight end for the, I'm not trying to be harsh here, for the Bills dropped when Josh Allen was a rookie back in, I think it was 2018. But again, the only difference between that Drake May touchdown and that Josh Allen throw at the end of that game, again, same place for the Dolphins, was the fact that, again, the game was actually close. The Dolphins were only up 21-17, like on the last play, so a little bit different, but still, yeah, that's just really what it reminds me of. I wanted to put that out there. Outside of that, though, nothing really much else for the Patriots. I mean, defensively, overall, they weren't awful, I guess. Again, they didn't really give them too many big plays. Again, it was just overall, they kind of got, like, diced up schematically. Marcus Jones was okay. Kyle Duggar really didn't play that well. Jonathan Jones, I guess, was okay. On film, again, it just looked like they were overmatched in a lot of ways. And again, their defense coordinator's growing as well. So whatever's going on there. Either way, though, Joey Sly missed field goal. I don't really remember that. I think I put down the highlights. I don't even remember. 204 touchdowns, 370 yards, 29-40. He had a big day. Outside of that, though, again, for this Dolphins team, being able to, again, sort of, I guess, get your guys out. Again, Skylar Thompson doesn't know how to snap or hand off a football, so I think that's why they had to bring. Oh, yeah, Christian Gonzalez also had a pretty nice scoop and score, I guess. But considering that, again, Skylar Thompson can't hand off the football, they had to bring back all the starters in, and again, that kind of sucked. But, yeah, they were sort of able to give themselves, like, I don't even know, a third quarter, something like that, rest. And, again, when you're able to do that in any game, that's huge, especially even, again, being bigger with, again, that short week coming up in a huge game against the Packers on the road. Again, we all know about the struggles that the Dolphins have, again, in cold weather. We'll get more on that, of course, with the power rankings and the Thanksgiving preview. Again, you guys can be ready for that, again, when that comes out, obviously, on Thursday and Wednesday, again, with the power rankings for that, obviously. But, again, I think that's big for it's really huge that the Dolphins are, again, sort of able to, again, get their starters out, again, give them a little bit more rest, considering, again, what they have coming up. Outside of that, though, again, that's huge. Miami offense, oh yeah, it's also averaging 29 points since Tua's return after being the lowest scoring offense, again, in the NFL before that. Again, really good for them there, I guess. Again, not good defenses overall, but still, they're scoring a lot of points, which is good. Jalen Waddle had his best game of the season. Again, we like to mention that. 8 for 144 and a touchdown. Again, like a 22-yard touchdown, I think, there. Jonnu Smith, is he a top 5? Top 10, actually, tight end? I don't know. He's looked really good overall for this team. Again, he's honestly might even be their leading receiver. Probably not, but, like, he's done a great job for them all season, really. Devon H. did catch 2 touchdowns, which is pretty cool as well. Outside of that, though, Dolphins defense held Patriots scores through 3 quarters. Again, they pitched again basically almost a shutout there. Only gave up that 1 touchdown there. Outside of that, though, I mean, yeah, Dolphins are looking pretty solid. Again, not against great teams. Again, the last 2 teams they played are just really bad. But still, it's something. Also, I'd like to say what makes the Patriots a bad team, again, why the Dolphins need to take care of business in this one is, I think, what was it, like the end of the first quarter, Tua wasn't going to snap the football. The Patriots still jumped offside. Stuff like that is what bad teams do, guys, and I think that's like the greatest play to show what bad teams look like. I just wanted to put that out there as well. Either way, though, for this defense, they all played well. I mean, there's really nothing else to say there. Jalen Ramsey was a beast. I mean, he had like 5 pressures, also had a gross sack. Tyler Dotson also with the interception. Great play by his defense. Obviously, Zach Sealer has been ridiculous this year. He's doing the Christian Wilkins job even better than he did, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Also, I thought 2 turnovers by the Patriots wasn't good. Again, team stats aren't really relevant for this part of it. Either way, though, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get to a game that was so crazy. Again, one of like 4 or 5 wild endings. Here was it.
Back here in Houston as we get set for the kickoff. The Titans won the toss. They deferred. Inside the 20-yard line of the Titans. Tank Dell in motion. Stroud looking to throw. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. The 10th play of the drive. Titans have the fewest 10-play drives in the NFL. They're going for it all. They've got it all. They go to Pollard again. Pollard bursts inside the 5 toward the goal line. Touchdown, Titans.
They wanted to stay out of.
He's in time in the pocket. He's going long. He's looking for Ridley. He's got him. And Ridley will run into the open.
At some point.
On first down. Off the play action. They will go to the middle of the field for Tank Dell. And Dell's got it. A little spin move. Formation. Stroud has time. Back in the end zone. Leaping grab. Nico Collins. It's the Panthers. Pollard runs into a defender and lost the football. The Texans are saying that they have it. The Football League have the ball at the end of the first half. Going long for Nico Collins. He's got it. Stroud. Oh, intercepted. He threw it right past Mechie. Stroud steps up in the pocket. Flags come in. Stroud in the middle of the field. Intercepted. Kenneth Murray leaps high in the air to intercept the football. Injury sustained in the first half. Levis has it intercepted. Jimmy Ward. He could go the whole way. He's got Levis to beat. Last year by the Titans, he bought his mom the house here in Houston. And a fumble by the Titans. It'll be recovered by the Texans. And the pick 6. Okonkwo. He's got some inside Texans territory. Inside the 35-30, 25-20. He may go. Stiff arm and play clock at 2. Out of the backfield, it's Mixon again. And Mixon powers his way for a first down and more. Still on his feet.
on those deep in cuts right there.
Mechie in motion. Stroud back in the end zone. He's got to be careful. It's a safety.
And upset central, I guess, as the Titans are able to head into Houston and get their first win here. I don't know. They didn't win last year. Did they win 2 years ago? No, my bad. Yeah, they got a big upset win in Houston, of course, knocking off the Texans 32-27 on back of some big offensive plays as well as their defense playing really well overall. I got some big takeaways for the Texans. I guess we'll get them in a second. Either way, though, Titans obviously blow their chance at the number 1 pick. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Moving to 3-8, though. Now a game up on the Jaguars for again game back to the Jaguars for the number 1 pick. So that's not good. But still, it probably feels really good to get it while winning against the division rival. And again, they're playing a real Commanders team next week too, so we'll see if how that can change as well. But again, Texans again fall to 7-5. They only lost 4 out of their last 6, I think, something like that. After that 5-1 start or something like that. Again, they're a very shaky football team right now. Again, you can't really trust them. I wouldn't be surprised if they relinquish the division like the Jags did last year. We'll just have to wait and see for that. Obviously, though, they have technically a 3-game leading division considering the Lions are a very mid football team. After that, though, they will be playing up again. They will be going up against they're playing somebody next week. I can't even remember who they're playing. Let's just say it's they're playing the Jags. They've won at Duval for like a while, so I don't really think that's going to change. But still, they're not a great football team. Will Levis was really good overall. I mean, outside of one play, yeah. Honestly, and again, I guess we'll just talk about this Texans team for a second, too. I don't see how they win a playoff game, guys. That's real. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. With again some of the wildcard teams, I mean, maybe they beat the Broncos or something. We'll see about that. But again, with some of those AFC teams being just a lot better than them, again, it's not the deepest conference like it was last year at times. But still, I don't see this. It seems just way too shaky. Maybe they win one playoff game, but they're definitely not getting past the divisional round, guys. I don't really see it. Again, I'm kind of pissed to pick to win the Super Bowl now, but still, it's not looking great in Houston town. Outside of that, though, again, like I said, Will Levis played really good. Outside of one play that should have lost in the game, that pick 6 was a really bad mistake by Will Levis. But again, still doesn't be on the meme reel. But again, they still won, so that's good. But yeah, Will Levis, he's still making these bad mistakes. That's probably why I won't be their starting quarterback next year again. But he was really good downfield in terms of accuracy. Again, made some really good deep throws. He has one of the best arms in the NFL for a reason. That's really the only reason he's a starting quarterback. But again, overall, outside of that horrible read in the pick 6, he was great. Or at least pretty good overall. That's not right. There we go. Now we're good. Outside of that, though, for the Titans, I mean, Tony Pollard was awesome at 120 yards and a touchdown, obviously. No huge runs, but he had some pretty good ones overall. Calvin Ridley got locked up a little bit by Derek Stingley Jr., but overall was still really good. Chigakonko's catch made it count, obviously, with the touchdown. I think, yeah, he did something. I haven't heard about Chigakonko since, like, week 9 of, like, 2022 when they lost to the Chiefs in overtime. It's really the last time I think they were even good. So, yeah. Tyler Boyd did some stuff. Nick Westbrook had another big play. I mean, back-to-back weeks for that as well. Outside of that, though, Texan stuff. Yeah. Second straight game. Yeah, again, they had 2 long touchdowns in this one as well, which in explosive offense, not really what you're seeing from the Titans in a lot of ways. Yeah, again, like I said, it's really an L for the Titans as well. Defensively, though, they were very disciplined overall. They were very good in coverage, in my opinion. Biggest issues, though, again, they don't really have a man-to-man corner on the boundary right now. That's just the biggest issue for them. Passers-wise, not super efficient or effective, but I mean, congrats to Tamondre Sweat, the rookie, for his first career sack. Jeffrey Simmons was very disruptive in this one, though, which was good. Harold Landry, though, is not a number 1 pass rusher. He does not win consistently. Again, he's gotten some pressures this year, but again, still wasn't very efficient. Even worse than he was last year coming off that ACL. Arden Key was actually pretty good in terms of getting around the edge, but isn't very good at containing right now. Nick Folk also had some pretty big field goals. But for the Texans, obviously, I mean, you could put all the blame on Kyamie Fairbairn, guys. But, I mean, yeah, not great. I got C.J. Stroud. He deserved to win the... not C.J. Stroud, what the heck. C.J. Stroud is having a pretty heavy sophomore slump, guys. I mean, maybe a sophomore slumber, because he didn't look awake for half this game. That's honestly what I got there. Outside of that, though, he said he needs to shoot his shot in a sound off, I think, on Wednesday. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, bro. You guys are losing games right now. You got to be a lot better. Take care of the football. Another 2-interception day from CJ after a 5-interception season last year. I don't know what's going on with him. He's got to figure it out what I do. His footwork's a little bit spotty and kind of happy feet, which he's always had. And also, again, they're confusing him. I will say they kind of have the book on him now, so that's not good. Jordan Mixon was, again, atrocious on the ground, but, again, he kind of saved them as a receiver at some points. Neo Collins had another big week, I guess. Kid Silver had a nice touchdown to open the game up. Tank Dell had another big catch. Outside of that, though, though, this offense isn't very good. And for this defense, they deserve to win this game, guys. Neil Hunter played one of the best games we've seen out of him in his entire career. 7 tackles, 3 sacks. He had like 12 pressures. Ridiculous game. Jamie Ward, obviously, with that pick 6. Overall, they got a ton of pressure, guys. They confused Will Levis in a lot of ways. Yes, coverage was very spotty overall. Derek Stingley played really well, though. Honestly, guys, again, outside of getting some of those big plays, they played really, really well. They deserve to win this game, guys. That's really what I got. Obviously, yeah, Will Levis pick 6, like I said, blah, blah, blah. Outside of that, though, yeah, Kyrie Fairbairn, he missed that kick. Team stats, though, I mean, yeah, the Titans outgained him in yardage. They had some big plays. Again, they ran the ball really well. Time possession went their way. Again, 3-2 turnover ratio. Really sloppy game overall, though. Titans honestly outplayed them, though. Again, Texans, I think, deserved to win this one, though. So what I got for you guys here. Now let's get to a game that, honestly, I had the least to talk about. So maybe it's, again, maybe a little bit quicker. But here, yeah, here was Tommy DeVito. Oh, wait, Baker Mayfield's highlights.
At fullback, he does have a touchdown catch in his career. He's blocking here as Tucker scores. 3rd and goal. Tucker lost the football. Ball is out. Nobody sees it. Mayfield does. Blocking 2. Irving at the 5, and he takes it in for a touchdown. Mayfield to Bucky Irving. We've said that a bunch today. Irvin slipping tackles. We've said that a bunch today. And look at Irving go. Trying to turn it upfield.
Contact.
Mayfield steps up. He's going to run it. Mayfield at the 5. Trying to hit. And he does. Touchdown. Tracy is going to keep it himself. And nothing doing there. Ball does come out at the end. Rashad White, the running back, takes the pitch, running right. White is in for a touchdown. Terry, the running back. Singletary walks it in for a touchdown. 3rd rush. And Irving breaks a couple of tackles. Irving's got some daylight. Mayfield blocking for him. Irving still going to the 40. And the handoff is botched, a fumble, and it looks like the Giants recover.
And now, of course, in what was the Giants clinching their 10th out of their last 13 seasons, of course, since they lost Super Bowl, or won the Super Bowl against the Patriots for the 2nd time back in 2011. The 10th out of 13th season, of course, with a losing record. They've only won 1 playoff game in that span, and have only made the playoffs 2 out of those 3 seasons they had a winning record. And obviously, the boat in 2016, and they won the playoff game a couple years ago. But the Giants are the worst team in football, guys. So they've hit absolute rock bottom. They're horrible. Nothing really much to talk about this game, though. They fought a 2-9. They got a tank bowl against the Cowboys. Again, they really don't want to win that one. That would be really bad. Bucs, they moved to 5-6. They again snapped their 4-game losing streak. This is a game, though, typically that if they lost, they would probably see some firings. But overall, they got the big W. They played as you expect them to. Also, the Bucs had another 3-quarter shutout. Again, like the Dolphins. I mean, you can see a probably pretty similar pattern between those 2 teams. Outside of that, though, yeah, why was Baker in there up 20? I mean, I really didn't understand that. Again, he had a fumble, I think. He got injured, I think. Whatever. That was a little bit perplexing. But outside of that, though, Baker was really good. 24-30, 294, and obviously no touchdown passes, which is a little bit disappointing. But he did the Tommy DeVito again, kind of trolling the Giants. But hey, they deserve it. Rashad White had a touchdown. Same thing with Bucky Irving and Baker Mayfield, as well as Sean Tucker. They ran the ball 4 damn times. It's a lot. But either way, Bucky Irving obviously had a heck of a game. He had like 130-something scrimmage yards. He only got 20-something. No, yeah, 6 for 64. He had a big fantasy week. I might pick him up. I probably should have. But yeah, Mike Evans 5 for 68 was the leading receiver anyway. Again, he looks really good off the bye. Since again coming back from the injury. And speaking of that, this is the best game for this Bucs team in a while. Again, they're playing the Giants, obviously. You got to always take that into account. But Antonio Field Jr. was flying around a lot better than what we're used to seeing. Jordan Whitehead, very, very good game overall. And secondary overall, just looked, again, really connected. Lavonte David is, I won't say back to, again, elite form, but he's still been really good. Obviously, most of this year, so, and whatever. D-line also got some very consistent pressure. Again, a lot of it was schemed up, but overall, they did a good job. Outside of that, though, yeah. Shout out Bucky Irving because he was awesome. Yeah, maybe it was karma on that as well. I got on the injury. Outside of that, though, Yeah, McLaughlin on the kick. Giants, Tommy DeVito got sacked like 12 times. Perfect Tank Bowl quarterback. Tyron Tracy Jr. again fumbles every week. I don't know what's going on there. Second straight, I guess, game-losing fumble, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what that Kramer was. Devin Singletary, the only touchdown. Yeah, the receiving is lacking, to say the least. Defensively, their coverage system is atrocious. I might even go in there and do something about that. Yeah, outside of that, though, 7th Giants red zone. Oh, yeah, the Giants have 7 fumbles, I think, in the red, 7 turnovers in the red zone this year, which is just ridiculous. Diaz, best game. Very good pressure, like I said, in design. Oh, yeah, Todd Bowles did a great job in this one. I'll give him that. Outside of that, though, really don't have too much there. Again, Giants getting coverage sucks. Outside of that, though, Graham Gano didn't have to do too much in this one. Team stats, though, Bucs had 450 yards of offense. They had a pretty balanced attack overall, controlled the clock really well. Again, it was a typical blowout win for them. Nothing really much else to talk about here, guys. Of course, the Bucs will be playing a big one. No, they're playing the Panthers. So, I mean, maybe Panthers will probably give them trouble, but I think, again, that'll be a winnable game for them. Giants, like I said, have Tank Bowl. They really don't want to win that one against the Cowboys because it would really be a loss. With that said, though, let's get to a game that honestly might have been the least crazy of the day.
Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions getting set to face Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. So a new set of downs. On 1st and goal. Into the end zone, Gibbs. 2nd down and 1. As Richardson goes deep. And it is caught by Pierce. 2nd and goal from the Colts 6. It's Montgomery. Spins. To the goal line, touchdown. Nelson, a 6-time Pro Bowler. Richardson throws, nice catch. Pickett breaks free. Picks up a 1st down.
Tag Jalen Jones one-on-one with Donald Rock.
Hand off Gibbs, and he will not get there. Goff hands it off. Gibbs cuts to the outside, to the end zone. Touchdown, his 2nd today.
15 of 15, hasn't missed all season. Come on, Kenny.
From 56. He's still perfect. Richardson on 4th down. Pass is caught, but Pittman will be tackled.
And the Lions defense, defensively led, are able to win their 9th straight game and now have their longest winning streak or something like that. Whatever, of course, their best record at 10-1 since the Great Depression, of course, that being 1934. They are the best team in football, and they proved it again here today. Again with, what was Sonic and Knuckles. That is the dumbest nickname duo I've ever heard. I don't like it, but that's probably because I haven't watched the new Sonic movies. Yeah, obviously that's what it refers to. But whoever made that up, yeah, you need to be talked to. Unless it's David Montgomery, because I don't want to get beat the crap out of. But still, the Lions obviously get the big W. They're gonna be winning next week too. No, I don't even know. They haven't won on Thanksgiving since in 8 years. They're playing the Bears. See if they can stop that short week though. Again, solid win for them. They got out of here pretty easily. Colts fall to 5-7. They're a very mid football team. They had a very good chance or very good opportunity to win a game. Or again, the Lions are very, the best team in the league. So if they won this game, that would be obviously a big upset. But again, with the Texans playing as bad as they are right now, it kind of sucks that they aren't actually winning games like this. Again, they weren't going to win this one because again, Big Tony is what did I say? Yeah, he's being inaccurate, and if Big Tony's inaccurate, they won't win games. So that's what I'll say. But defensively, they played really well in my opinion overall. Against a bad run defense overall. But you still can't play. The Colts defense played well enough in this one. They got to go to New England. Don't want to lose that one because that'll probably mean they won't be making the playoffs. Jared Goff, 26 of 39 for 269. Very nice, very solid game. Didn't turn over the ball. David Montgomery getting 8 carries. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Jahmyr Gibbs is great, but he did have 2 touchdowns as well as touchdown for David Montgomery. Great game overall for those 2 guys. Jameson Williams led him in receiving. Amon-Ra St. Brown kind of had a light day. Tim Patrick had a couple big catches. Overall, though, this offense, they didn't really have to do too much. Defensively, yeah, they're really good. I mean, again, Aaron Glenn's one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL for a reason. What did I say? Aaron Glenn, again, the scheme fits are very, very good. It's really the run fits. Yeah, what did I say? Scheme fits. Whatever. The run defense scheme is very sustainable for this group, and they're very good tacklers overall. Again, I don't think, was Emmanuel Mosley back? I don't even know if he was out there. Whatever. It looked a lot better overall, and the fact that, again, they can fit the run really well is really helping them out. Again, for the Colts, like I said, they're a very mid-football team. Anthony Richardson still can't hit the broad side of a barn unless they're playing the Jets, I guess. AR obviously 61 yards on the ground as well, leading them. He cannot run the football. Michael Pittman Jr. had a really good game, 6 for 96. Again, Alec Pierce caught a deep ball, but outside of that, again, overall, this offense just, again, is pretty dysfunctional right now and just won't work, and they can't, figure that out. again, they're definitely, again, I'll honestly say Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are the best duo in, like, any sport in the past 5 years. It's just crazy there. Yeah, again, they were 2 games back. They had a really good opportunity, but now they're actually 3 games back because, again, they lost that one. Either way, though, for this defense, Zaire Franklin got 13 tackles, sack as well. Very physical up front. He needed to be that. Was able to get that done. DeForest Buckner, I think, did a decent job overall. I think was neutralized a little bit. Le'Veon Bell had his best game of his rookie years so far. And outside of that, though, they were very disciplined in the secondary. Made it really hard on Jared Goff to hit those deeper passes. But overall, I did think they could have played a little better in terms of enforcing turnovers. But in a conservative style, they did enough to, honestly, in my opinion, to win this football game. But, man, again, that game 2 of 2 on field goals. I will say this, though. The Lions did do a good job of controlling the clock at 30-some minutes possession, but that's really, again, how all the Colts games go, so I'm not really, like, too surprised about that. Again, Colts were able to run the ball, though. They would have had a better shot in this one. O-line really struggled overall. 39 total yards, though, for the Lions, getting the W here as well. Again, nothing really much else there. Again, 9-15 on third down, also went the Lions' way there as well. Either way, though, now let's get into 2 craziest games in terms of endings of the day.
Justin Jefferson already has more receiving yards in his first 5 seasons than anyone in NFL history, and there's still 7 games to go in that 5th season. The next one, at the top of the hour.
2nd and goal. It's Jones, and Jones met and dropped. First contact coming from... Pressure comes. Gets away from Van Ginkel. Still under pressure. Floats it down the sideline. And somehow Swift. Big Doug Kramer lines up with a fullback spot in the backfield. Johnson gets the carry. Johnson has his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. So now 1st and 5. Darnold with time. He wants to go deep for Addison. And it is caught. Play action. Darnold surveys, finds Addison in the end zone. He plucks it for 6. And it's blocked. 2nd straight blocked field goal. 2nd and goal. That's Jones in motion. Darnold looking. Darnold to the sideline. Naylor with the catch. Touches the pylon. And Darnold going up top early, and he finds Addison, and Addison bouncing off a tackler down the sideline. Addison down in. Caleb Williams finds DJ Moore on 1st down, and Moore brings 2 tackles. Moore a little stutter step, looking for a block, dancing midfield, and he slides down. And remains length and athleticism to Fred, his former teammate. That ball bounced off of one of the Bears, the return man, and Karam. Will this be the moment? Jones with the carry. Jones to the end zone. The streak is broken. A Vikings running back has rushed for a 2nd half 24 this year. Caleb Williams looking, dancing, hopping. Caleb Williams making it happen. Again, out to Moore. Blockers at the 5. Moore in for a Chicago touchdown. They're coming. Williams ducks away. On the roll. Williams throws open in the back of the end zone. It is caught. The touchdown by Williams. Mid pressure throws. It is caught by DJ Moore. More practice than Minnesota. And that one ball is loose. Was it touched? The Bears say they haven't. Was it touched for 48-yard try? 1 block today. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. Overtime. Learning experiences here. Good protection. Nobody open. Williams buying all kinds of time. Where's he going to go? Nowhere. 2nd and 8. Darnold. The play fake. Wide open at the 20 is Hawkinson. Down the sideline. Inside the 10. 29 yards for the win. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Minnesota Vikings. Gotta talk about why.
Obviously, in the intro, I did not show you guys the ending of this game. Obviously, for the the intensive purposes, and I mean normal production purposes as well. I mean, unless you were an NPC, you obviously knew what happened. But still, the Vikings are again 9-2. They have the 2nd best record in the NFL. Even though again 2022, they're not even close to that good. But still, they are 9-2. They have won 4 in a row, I think, something like that. Now they have a very good shot at getting to 10-2 or something like that. I think. Who are they playing next week? I don't know. Oh, they're playing the Cardinals. That game will be That game will be one to watch. I think that's going to be Fox's feature game next week. Either way, though, Bears obviously fall to 4-7. They've lost 5 in a row. Offensively, kind of all over the place to start the football game. Then they kind of, again, well, I almost said something bad. They scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Then they did absolutely nothing for a while. Then they erupted, obviously, in those last couple drives to get the improbable tie score there going in the end. Then obviously blew it on that last drive. Caleb Williams took a horrible sack. And the Vikings got the W. Pretty simple for the Bears. They're an inconsistent football team, mid-football team, and that's what happens in games like this. They had a very good shot to win, almost like UConn. Darren Early, why did you do that? Well, again, I'm kind of like going off the rails there, but still, on back to football, not basketball. Yeah, the Bears are obviously, they're not very good. Again, they're playing on Thanksgiving too. Maybe they shock the world and beat the Lions. But still, Sam Darnold's really good in this one. I think he did a lot for this team. Again, he got injured, I think, with Nick Mullins coming in, something like that. But yeah, Sam Darnold did a great job in this game, guys. Again, stats might even inflate it a little bit, but he made a really good effort to not turn over the football and also be a little bit aggressive downfield, which, again, is the perfect mix when you want him because he has the arm to do a lot of the stuff you need him to do, and he showed it in this one as well. I got to get in the takeaways, though. All right. They have a winning record when many expect them to be 3-5. I had 3 to 5 wins in preseason. Again, 9-2 out of 2 of the last 3 seasons. So again, Vikings fans, silver lining. You guys were expected to be bad this year. You guys are now the winning record, which is just crazy when I think about it. But still, they're a good team. Yeah, they deserve that. So again, that's like the bottom line for them. Again, we'll get to Jalen Johnson in a second too. Aaron Jones had 100 yards and a touchdown. I don't know. Adam Mean was Kevin Kugler, I think. I don't even know who was announcing this game. They were blaring something about how the streak's over. I don't know what that's about. Oh yeah, the Vikings have gone like 10 straight weeks without a first half touchdown from a running back, which is second half, my bad, which is crazy. Jordan Addison exploded. Yeah, I'll just go to Jalen Johnson in a second. Yeah, he's really coming on the past couple weeks. They need him too because I mean Justin Jefferson is just getting completely locked up by these number 1 corners. It's not his fault. It's just because he's Justin Jefferson. T.J. Hockenson also had his best game of the season, obviously coming back from that injury a couple weeks ago. Jalen Naylor had the touchdown as well. He needs to be doing more. Johnny Mutt, outside of I think the onside kick thing, he was great. Obviously though, the Vikings should have won this game way before they did. Again, it comes down to they had a 99.9% chance to win with like 34 seconds to go. It was ridiculous. But still, onside kick happens. The Bears obviously get that. Defensively, Harrison Smith had 11 tackles. Jonathan Grenard, 6 tackles and 2 sacks. Inter Van Ginkel had 7 tackles and a sack as well. Defensively, they did a really, I wouldn't say good job. They did a really solid job at neutralizing some of those situations overall, at least in coverage. But they weren't really good in terms of pass rush. Jonathan Grenard, I'm sorry, bro. That should not have been a sack you had on that overtime. But again, great play, I guess. Resilience. John Parker Hummel obviously is perfect there as well. Outside of that, though, has to play, better, close out better next week. Yeah, again, if the Vikings play like they did this week, Kyler's going to run all over them late. That's what I'll say. Much better play design. Oh, yeah. I would say Caleb Williams was much better off this week. Again, they were really good with play design overall, the new offense coordinator. But really, again, it was just Matt Eberflus, like letting the offense cook. Either way, though, Caleb would get really bad sack there at the end. But outside of that, he was fantastic. Arguably the best game we've seen out of him, especially against a pretty good Vikings defense overall. They did not run the ball well. They haven't really run the ball well at all this entire year. Roshan Johnson at least got in the end zone, I think, for the 6th time this year. DJ Moore obviously with a big catch and a touchdown as well. Kind of mad I didn't put him in for fantasy, but womp, I guess. Keenan Allen, again, he brick feet out of the bounce that one play. But overall was pretty good, too. Cole Kmet is, again, a reliable tight end. Outside that, though, the Bears, I think this is the type of game, again, a reason why you would not fire Matt Eberflus. Again, you could, I should fire him. But, again, if you're the Bears, you don't come back like that if you don't have a coach that, again, is motivating you and doesn't believe in you. Because, again, any team that doesn't have a coach that doesn't believe in them, again, they're going to lose this football game. It's going to be like 27-16 final score. But the fact that they came back and somehow got this game to overtime in the first place is just insane. Again, congrats to the Bears. Good job for the Bears for that. Again, really tough ending, obviously, but another year, you're winning this game. Great job, obviously, improbable ending there. Kevin Byard, 13 tackles. I mean, he did his own thing out there. Jalen Johnson knows the highline of this defense. I don't really care what anyone else did. Again, a lot of pressure overall, which is pretty good, though. Jalen Johnson, of course, lacked of Justin Jefferson. He looked exactly like Jair Alexander on him, so I don't know, maybe when these Bears and Packers play in the not-so-distant future, maybe we'll see a good matchup there. Again, not against each other, actually, but you get the point. Kyle Sanders had a field goal blocked, obviously it's a huge game-tying field goal there. Team stats, though, I mean, both teams had nearly 400 yards of offense, if not 400 exactly. Time possession, obviously, was very, very even. Again, this game came down to tooth and nails, obviously. The Vikings control most of this game, though. Again, it should not have gone to that, and I'm telling you guys right now, if they play anywhere near like this, again, next week, they will lose. They can't F around. The Cardinals are not going to F around in the first place. That's why, again, they technically have a winning record. So, again, Vikings, get your A game, because, again, you're not going to be in for rude and awake next week against Cardinals if you don't step up. Bears, It's tough being a Bears fan right now, but trust me, greener pastures are ahead. I don't know, maybe they will be. A lot of uncertainty there. Either way, though, here's the even crazier game. Yeah.
Platinum artist to a quarterback who's been off the charts and apparently can do everything. Football, basketball, you name it. On the field, he leads all rookie quarterbacks in passing yards and rushing.
Dallas can't seem to make at the right time.
And Aubrey's field goal is blocked, and Michael Davis, who had the stop on third down, has the ball.
First one was blocked. Almost got blocked again. Off the upright. But like what he watched yesterday. That one is peeling.
It's just one of those where you chalk it up as a miss and move on.
Well, this Cowboys offense has looked good so far, but 2 missed field goals. Dowdle charges ahead for 6.
For that exact reason, he stresses these tight ends big time.
There's the second block of the game for Washington specials.
He looks like that more than any offense in the NFL.
This is a dangerous throw, and it's ripped away. Golston has it.
Like this.
14 seconds, need about 20 yards to get in the field goal range.
Looking for more. Over the top. It is pulled in.
Trying to keep the drive going with another third down conversion. 3rd and 3. It is Daniels off the left side with room inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown. And then the extra point is no good. That's the first missed.
Into the end zone. Tolbert's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. Cooper.
Amazing. Daniels to throw. John Bates, first catch of the day.
Ball is out. Cowboys have it.
On 3rd and 5. Rush.
Over the top. Touchdown. Dropped it into Schoonmaker.
No field goals for them.
2nd and goal. He's got one-on-one with McLaurin. Instead, tips it over the middle for a Zach Ertz touchdown. I've determined it bounces through his legs. No timeouts. Daniels throws down the sideline for Terry McLaurin. McLaurin is loose. Lightning strikes twice. For the tie. Low snap. It is no good. Goes straight ahead this time, and it's picked up, and that'll put the nail in the coffin. End-to-end Wanye Thomas. Lets it fly towards the end zone. Going to fall a little bit short this time. It's picked off, and the game is over.
What I worried about came true. Let's talk about dreams.
And the Cowboys pull off the stunning upset over the Washington Commanders. And what, again, as Joe Davis said, I guess at the end of the intro, what was the worst special teams day of the year, or actually in history, as the Cowboys, in, again, wild fashion, knock off the Commanders. Again, they've been on with the 4-7. That's not good for their draft position, but I don't really think they care about this year. Probably going to finish like 7-10 or 6-11 and end up with a bad pick. But still, they're obviously now at 4-7. They will be hosting the Giants and Thankful on Thanksgiving. Commanders are in a very rough spot now. Have lost 3 straight and are on the verge of collapsing. Obviously, if they lose to the Titans next week, I will tell you guys right now, there will be a different team than them represented in that 7th slot in the playoffs. But, again, for a team that we just thought, again, was comfortable in the playoffs, obviously, the Commanders, they've now lost 3 straight games, and it's getting worse and worse. Let's just put it as it is. Oh, they've lost by 8 points or fewer in all 3 of those losses. Oh, yeah. Well, Steelers game I get, but the Eagles, the Eagles beat them pretty good last week. Let's just put it as it is. The Commanders did not look like I won't say remotely close, but they did not look like the better team at all in that one. Now the Cowboys are beating them at home. Like that just can't happen, guys. Like simple as that. Again, they're simply put, I guess. Playing the Titans this week and next week at home too. That's got to be a game they win. Cooper Rush, accurate. He seems like a competent backup quarterback. Well, they should probably start Trey Lance, but Cooper Rush is competent, guys. That's how it is. You want a backup quarterback. Cooper Rush is the perfect type of guy. He reads defenses pretty well. Maybe not obviously not good enough to be a starter or fast enough, but he's good at reading defenses, gets through his progressions well, can throw the ball downfield when he needs to. He's just the prototypical good backup quarterback. Prepares very well, very savvy. I like him as a backup. He's definitely, I'm definitely the higher end there. Rico Dowdle, one of the best games we've seen out of him all year, probably the best. They actually ran the ball for over 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if they got there, but still. Rico Dowdle was good. He was very serviceable for them outside of the fumble. CeeDee Lamb was targeted a lot. Again, did some plays, or did some stuff. No, did he? Luke Schoonmaker had a touchdown, again, on the crazy catch. Jalen Tolbert also had a touchdown. Jalen Brooks caught a bomb, or kind of like a deep ball, I guess. Again, a lot of takeaways for this one, though. Oh yeah, biggest thing. Kalante Turpin, is he faster than Tyreek Hill? I might even put him up to a debate. Maybe at the Pro Bowl games. Why am I plugging the freaking worst part of the sport? Yeah, maybe we can see Kalante Turpin and Tyreek Hill race sometime. Outside of that though, yeah. Dallas first win since the MLB postseason. That's actually cool. Of course, snapping that 5-game losing streak. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna look through Commanders, blah blah blah. Commanders. All this is Commanders. Turpin also again on that. Again, the play of the day, obviously, like with 99-yard kick return touchdown. He pulled a Deshaun Jackson. If you don't remember, well, or if you weren't alive, go back to look up Deshaun Jackson kick return or Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2. Just look that up, and you'll see Tom Coughlin, the old Giants coach, like literally killing their punter, because I mean Deshaun Jackson, if you know, you know. Outside of that though. Yeah, again, probably the biggest stat here. First game ever with 2 missed extra points, 2 kickoff return touchdowns. Yes, I'm counting the onside there. Okay, that was a dumb play by that special teamer for the what was it? Cowboys, I guess. Thomas, whatever his name was, that's just an idiot there. Missed field goal. And a blocked punt. As well as a blocked field goal. 2 missed, whatever, we'll get that in a second. 2 kick return touchdowns, a blocked punt, a blocked field goal, and 2 missed field goals as well, which is just ridiculous. So, yeah, terrible special teams in this one. I will be shocked if you ever see a game like this again. Like, that's just how it's going to be, or how it's going to go. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Micah Parsons, 8 tackles, 2 sacks, he's elite. Yeah, this defense, honestly, DeMarvin Overshan is so good. They played a lot better than what we saw. Again, still very undisciplined all over the place, but they're going somewhere. I don't know if it's good or bad, but they are going somewhere. Brandon Aubrey, bricked field goal. I mean, he had one of the worst games we've seen out of him in his career, short career so far. Jaden Daniels was really bad for like the first 3 quarters. He looked really lost. He had a really good drive, though. Again, that's a lot of reallys. A very good drive at the end of the game there before, again, they had the wild ending there. But yeah, he looked really good in that last drive, which is, again, I guess some silver lining from obviously the 20-yard touchdown run or something like that. One of the highest rushing games of the season as well. Again, statistically, again, in terms of volume numbers, wasn't too bad. But overall, Jaden Daniels was all over the place in this one. And they're needing to be a little bit better next week. I don't really think this is solely on him, obviously. That's this guy's fault, but obviously he could have been better. Running game also was ridiculously awful. The O-line was terrible in this one. They just really couldn't block, I guess. Terry McLaurin with the 86-yard touchdown. I had Terry on my bench for fantasy. That's bad beats. Yeah, with the 86-yard touchdown. That was just wild there. But hey, Terry McLaurin's one of the best receivers in the NFL. You got to cover him. Outside of that, though, Zach Ertz with a touchdown as well. Offensively, it was just not a very good game overall in terms of balance. But they did do enough to win when we put it down to it. After that, though, defensively, they were not great. I think they're getting exposed right now because they're really not that talented. So, unless something changes, I expect them to continue to regress. And obviously, Austin Seibert, the player of the game, guys. Player of the year, honestly, might even win MVP. He was the best freaking kicker in fantasy, guys. He lost me last week because his hamstring. Oh, my hamstring. What? That was him last week. Like, literally, he lost me in fantasy. Well, I kind of screwed myself. But that's not the point. We're ignorant people here. We blame it on the kicker, which again is Austin Seibert in this case. Number 1 kicker in fantasy a couple weeks ago. That happens. Probably shouldn't even play in this one. Could probably cost me fantasy this week as well. Of course, break the field goal, miss 2 extra points. Like, pisses me off, bro. And outside of that, though, for this, the team stats-wise, I mean, I really don't care. The Cowboys have had 500 yards of offense and, again, won by 50. Still wouldn't care. Commanders are cooked. No, I actually have some more stuff to talk about. I kind of forgot about that. Either way, again, freaking Austin Seibert, guys. Jaden Daniels getting confused. Yeah, I kind of talked about that. Cliff's philosophy is getting exposed. Of course, they need to be good on productive first and second down. They do not want to have anything longer than 3rd and 5. Cowboys just said, nope, you're not having anything productive on first and second down, and obviously got the win there. Outside of that, though, I mean, guys, this game was ridiculous. Well, Commanders aren't good. Coming back to earth is being nice. So, yeah, if they lose next week, they're cooked. That's all I got for you guys here, though. Now let's get to another Chiefs win, I guess. Yeah, here were the highlights. Bryce Young played well, at least.
JB from Bank of America Stadium today. The reigning Super Bowl champions hit the road against a team that's beginning to turn things around here in Carolina.
Texas. 3rd and 4. Kansas City looking to convert. Mahomes wide open. Catch made. Noah Gray.
Mahomes making sure everybody's on the same page. Work out of the gun. Mahomes, a floater. Caught. Touchdown. First half. Young out of the pocket. He will throw it off his back foot. Floats it upstairs. Going up to Young on the give. No, the fake. The throw. Touchdown. Mahomes steps up. Mahomes. Shotgun, rush coming. Mahomes has to eat it. The blitz. They don't have to run a play, and they will. Young on fourth down. Open. Thielen. Complete.
The touchdown, the 2-point conversion. But if you're Carolina, you might go with your power and Chuba.
Hubbard pounds it in there. Touchdown. Young on the give. Hubbard slams it in. 47 seconds left. Mahomes out of the pocket. Mahomes on the run. Takes a look around. Oh, Mahomes is still going. 2 seconds on the clock. The kick. Schrader. He knocks it through.
Alright, Chiefs are now 13 straight winners in one-score games. That is the longest streak in the NFL, actually the history of the NFL as well. As a fact, they have now won 8 out of their first 11 games by 7 or fewer points, which is also an NFL record. Simply put, the Chiefs are really good at winning one-score games, which isn't really good when you consider, again, like sustainability. But hey, they're doing it nonetheless, 10-1 for the second time under Patrick Mahomes. They also have now clinched their, how many straight seasons? I actually put this on here. Chiefs 10 straight seasons with 10 or more wins, which is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Also, 10 out of 11 seasons. Again, 10 out of 11 of those seasons, again. They have also, you know, like, what I was going to say. 10 out of 11 seasons now that they have, what was it? They've had a winning record, obviously, with Andy Reid. The only season that not happening, of course, was Andy Reid's first year where they finished 9-7. Also, the only year they did not make the playoffs with Andy Reid as well. So, I think they're like a game or two away from clinching a playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken. No, they're more than that, but still, you get the point. Outside of that, though, what I have? Yeah, talk about those two things. Yeah, again, Chiefs have to troll. It's got to be as close as possible. We'll get to that. We already talked about that. Yeah, okay. Either way, though, Mahomes played well. I wouldn't say he played great, but he played well. Obviously, the 33-yard scramble to win them the game, which was pretty good. Kareem Hunt is literally a cheat code on third and short. Third and short. He's been really good there. I'll give him credit where it's due there. I don't know how he's on this team. If you told me at the beginning of the year, I would actually have. Maybe, but no. Of course, 35-yard touchdown to Noah Gray. Again, he had 2 touchdowns. He was very, very good in this one. Travis Kelce kind of got locked up, sort of. Not really. Yeah, I guess. DeAndre Diop was kind of all over the place. Had a touchdown at least, though. Either way, though, this offense, they kind of just had a decent game overall. Kind of run-of-the-mill game for them. They got it done. Defensively, no, honestly, that might be the most point. I don't think they scored 30 points this year, guys. That's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, whatever. They're playing on Black Friday against the Raiders. I'd be shocked if they lose that one, but hey, they lost to them last year on Christmas, so maybe they'll keep the holiday spirit. I'll get to the Panthers later. Defensively, I don't care. They're really good. We already know that. Spencer Schrader, the rookie, the dude we did not expect to be very good or even make the NFL, had a 31-yard game-winning field goal, so I'll shut up about him. For the Panthers, they actually have some fun stuff to talk about, I guess. Javion Sanders, I hope he's okay. He really messed up his head. Again, I really hope he's okay because that was really bad. Prayers out to him. Panthers are playing clean and what did I say? Respectable football. In the past month or so, I guess. They've won 2 out of their last 3, technically. They're playing against the Bucs next week. That'll be a fun win for them, obviously getting revenge from whatever the heck the end of last season was. But still, now 3-8. They're better than they were last year, which is really what you wanted to see. So, clean football. Bryce Young played is one of the best games of his career. He was very good on third down. Really good. Went through progressions well. Again, really just the only thing I talk about. I think he did fade back a little bit on some of those drops. That's really about it, though, because I think he played really well in this one. True Robert won a not very consistent game overall, but he did score a touchdown. David Moore was really good, 86 for 81 touchdown. Obviously, Adam Thielen with the big 4th down to catch. Again, they tricked him there on that play on that 4th down again. Tricking Spags isn't very easy. Again, Javion Sanders had a pretty good game overall until, again, he got injured. Outside of that, though, I didn't really have much else for this game, to be honest with you guys. Again, I thought it was going to be really close, and that's exactly what happened, but, yeah. Defensively, I will say, Jadavion Clowney, J.C. Horn was really good. Again, he had 6 tackles and a sack. Again, we'll get to the Mahomes quote in a second as well. Sam Franklin, again, was okay against the special teams unit. Eddie Pinheiro had 4 field goals, and, yeah, defensively, they had one of their better games of the year. Team stats, though, both offense had over 300 yards of offense. Again, when it came down to it, though, again, the Chiefs, again, with Mahomes, had that ridiculous scramble, and got the W. They also ran the ball for 165 yards and 5.8 yards play. It was dead even with both teams. With that said, though, Mahomes said he wants to blow out more teams. Of course, tired of, again, he got thrown around like a rag. That's probably why he was tired in the first place. But still, tired of beating teams by one or 2 points, which I guess is good. But still, you got a chance to do it against the Raiders, so yeah, maybe just blow them out with 40-point win. Well, Just go out and do it. You've done it against better Raiders squads for sure. With that said, though, all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get to another AFC West team-involved game.
From Las Vegas, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Denver Broncos. First and goal. Up the middle they come. Sternad to the end zone. Caught! Abdullah, touchdown! Beating Jonah Ellis. Cole, that's a fake, and he's got him. He's got Diablo. To find Diablo. Ellis is there. Messy pocket. Intercepted. Picked off downfield by Brandon Jones. A block by McMillan.
Week 5.
Second down, 9. He's going deep to the end zone. Sutton caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton is in that neighborhood. Third down and 5. Here comes Wilson. There goes Mims. Blocked by Sutton. Down the sideline. Bailey caught 1 for 11. 36-yard catch and run by Mims. First and goal. Next to the air. Caught. Sutton. Touchdown. He's done it again. 13 for Desmond Ridder. Blocked by Miller. Hit. The ball is free. Jumping on it.
And the Broncos defense is able to hold strong late as they close out the Raiders and taking care of business, as well as they complete the season sweep over their division rivals for the first time since 2014. I remember that stat. They moved to 7-5, of course, with back-to-back wins day after, again, the 0-2 start. Have now won how many games in a row? Or not in a row. They won 7 out of their last 9, or 10, which I guess is good. But realistically, guys, Broncos, the biggest takeaway I got for you guys, again, it's against the Raiders. It's not a very good win, but still, it's a win. And realistically, if you guys go 3-2, which again with your schedule, big Chargers game in week week 17. Oh, that game will also be on Flex for NFL Network there on that Saturday showdown. Okay, when we get there. But still, I think they realistically, again, if they're able to go 3-2, have a really good shot to getting to 10 wins, which is honestly what I think they do need to make the playoffs. Again, pleasantly surprising season for them overall, though. Next week, though, very crucial matchup for them. They will be facing off against the Browns on Monday Night Football. That game will be, honestly, a train wreck, but it should be fun anyway. Raiders lose their 7th straight and are well on their way to getting a quarterback in the top 3. Again, weak quarterback class, so they're kind of screwed there. But, hey, they're playing the Chiefs. Maybe they pull off that. They do not want to pull off that upset. Also, the Raiders did not score after the they didn't score a touchdown after the second quarter. Whatever, though. Bo Nix was really good again. He's honestly been a top 5 quarterback since, whatever that last after the Jets debacle. After that game, he's been elite, honestly, since then. Very good downfield in this one. Took all the checkdowns. Very good progressions as well. Sean Payton and him seem to really be getting a groove right now. Sean Payton also isn't trying to make him like Drew Brees, which is what he shouldn't be trying to do. Either way, Bo Nix needs to be steady, reliable play. Again, they have a legit shot, like I said. Oh yeah, also that they closed it out with 2:30 left. Again, I won't say that this was not their best performance by any means. Part of this fact they can't run the football, that's gonna have to be fixed at some point in the future, or they just gotta commit to it because they're gonna lose games because of that. Javonte Williams is atrocious. He averaged negative 0.2 yards per carry. He would have had a better week than Saquon Barkley. Cortland Sutton, 8 for 97 and 2 touchdowns. He is a legit number 1 receiver. Not an elite receiver by any means, but he is a guy you can really rely upon to be that guy you can just get the football to every single week. No one else is really stepping up, though. Again, Devontae had a good game, though, 6 for 80. We'll see how he can develop. Marvin Jr. Schemed up big play, but outside of that, I really don't see any of these guys really being any even decent threats there at receiver. But still, Cortland Sutton deserves his props. He's been great for this team. As always, obviously. Outside of that, though, do I have anything else on this game? I think I'm going. Brandon Jones is playing great, guys. Broncos safety, again, take it over for Justin Timmons. He's done a great job for the team. Obviously, set them up in the red zone on the interception. Jaquan McMillan was also great. Again, like I said, they need to go 3-2. But outside of that, we only takeaways for the Raiders. So, defensively, we already know they're really good. So, again, Zach Allen's ridiculous. A couple other guys did some big games. Will Lutz also at 5 field goals, good for him. For the Raiders, though, Gardner Minshew, like I said, out for the year. They're not going to be starting, again, if they don't have to, they won't be starting Desmond Ridder. They're definitely going to throw out Aiden O'Connell. Because, I mean, he gives them the best chance to win, which is obviously what they're trying to be doing right now. Amir Abdullah, shout out to him. He had a nice touchdown. He seems to be scoring recently. Sincere McCormick, that's a name and a half. Of course, both starting running backs were out. Again, that's kind of how you expected this game to go with those guys out. Even again, they suck too. Zamir White's back this week as well. Outside of that, though, Jacoby Myers' best game of the season, quietly 10 for 121. Did not really see that in those numbers. Trey Tucker, 7 for 82. Brock Bowers kind of gets shut down a little bit by Justin Strain and Honey Barton. Again, touchdown, like I said, for Divine Diablo. What the hell? Oh, yeah, that was on the fake punt. Outside of that, though, Raiders secondary is beating themselves because they really don't have anyone that can really play consistent zone. They have guys that play man, specifically Jack Jones, who is ridiculously good. He will be getting a pick 6 next week, I'll tell you that too. But outside of that, again, they just don't really, the guys who are, the discipline is really off right now. I think Antonio Pierce will definitely work on it throughout the season. They actually have been getting better. Terry Wilson's finally emerging, and they're kind of just saying, screw it, you can really play now, I guess. But Isaiah Paul Mao is very, very rusty, or just not rusty, just raw. Cameron Richardson is fun to watch, though, again, but the secondary is very undisciplined. They're just not really good in zone right now. And again, if you can't play base zone right now in this modern NFL, you are going to be in for a rude awakening, which, again, they have been earlier this season. Dino Carlson was 4-4 on his field goals, though. He seems like one of the better kickers in the league. 37 yards with the Raiders. They actually outgained them. But again, not really being able to run the football in neither teams, actually. 2 turnovers, bad turnovers, to be honest here. Kind of cost them this football game. Nothing really much else to talk about there. Solid win by the Broncos, I guess. And now let's get to a huge one that I'm kind of happy the way it did, to say the least, especially with what happened, of course, on Sunday night.
Good snap. The hold is good. The kick is wide to the right. Games. Smith underneath to Smith and Jigba, and he's got a lot of real estate in front of him. Good block by... Looking in that direction. To the goal line. Smith and Jigba, touchdown. Murray being chased by Witherspoon. Floats for
Wilson. Off target to Kobe Bryant. And there goes Kobe Bryant.
With a house call for Seattle.
Seattle called timeout before the 4th down and 1 play. Yep, so they're going to bring 4 instead after Geno Smith played the chess game against their defense.
Oh! Fires, and it's picked off by Garrett Williams.
3rd and 4 after the 5th Seattle sack. Murray launches. Wilson came down with it. What a catch! So Ryland has to make this one to make it a 1-score game. From 47, and it's a moot point.
I'm the highest in the...
And as I said during the Power Rankings, I think like 2 weeks ago, the next 3 games for the Cardinals will be really telling on how their season is going to go. Well, the first of those 3 games is a fail. I guess a test is, you might want to put it. As the Seahawks defensively hold the Cardinals without a touchdown. And the second straight meeting, of course, with Kyler Murray here in Seattle, which again, I guess is good. But this was a very ugly game overall. Offense was very hard to find as well. Both teams are now at 65, are technically tied first place in the division. Should not be. They're not the best. They're not the 2 best teams in this division. But technically, right now they are, because I mean they're not beating themselves. Back-to-back wins for the Seahawks in a place again where we really didn't think they were going to be there. Now have I think a winning record in the division, or at least 500, I think. But obviously they have a big game next week against the Jets on the road. That's going to be a game if they're able to win. They'll be in a very good spot. I guess not really a very good spot, but in a good spot. Cardinals, yeah, they got to bring a pretty solid game next week, especially on offense, and really just an actual game plan, because they didn't really seem to have that this week off the bye. Didn't seem like they're really trying to do anything this week. In Minnesota, because they will lose if they are not able to do that. Or maybe not, because they're actually a decent team, but still. Kyler was not very good in this one. I think there's one big takeaway for this offense, the fact that Kyler is not a drop-back passer, and he never is, and he never will be. Again, just because of his height, really. Again, not because he definitely has the talent to be one. They also ran the ball combined, what is that, 7 to 5? 12 times. Or not 12. 14 times. Doesn't really make a difference. They got to run the ball a lot more than this. Again, it's pretty simple. That's why this offense averaged, what was it? 5.3. That's actually not even that bad. Not good time possession or whatever you want to call it. That's why they only didn't score a touchdown in this one. That's really the reason, guys. Outside of that, though, we'll get to Kobe Bryant in a second. Yeah, offense looked very flat early. Again, they didn't have a game plan, guys. Like, what was going on? Didn't commit to the run game. If they can't commit to the run game, guys, they're not going to be on a productive offense. Trey McBride single-handedly moved this ball down the field, though. Michael Wilson had a great catch. Marvin Harrison had a couple big plays, but really nothing crazy. I guess James Conner was good. Overall, this offensive line got penetrated on pretty easily, though. That kind of put them in some bad spots. Jaden Taylor, Deverson was really the only guy in this defense making any sort of plays in the open field. Kaiser White was very stable, though. Buda Baker looked a little bit lost, or not lost, limited, that's the right word to say, with Jalen Thompson out. Sean Murphy-Bunting was also good with 6 tackles. But overall, this defense, again, they stepped up. Garrett Williams had an interception. They made a couple big plays. But again, third down, they weren't exactly the best either. Yeah. Missed kick from Ryan. I think that's a first kick with his team as well. I just wanted to mention that there. Again, it really wouldn't have made a difference, though. Defensively, I really didn't think they played that bad at all. Again, the third down issue might have been a little bit of a thing. But offensively, they didn't look like they showed up. And when that happens, probably going to lose again, definitely against the Seahawks team that has now beaten you guys 7 in a row. That's also a good thing for the Seahawks. Geno Smith, volume passer, obviously, 254-yard touchdown interception. The interception wasn't pretty. The touchdown was. Running game continues to be a problem, but, I mean, it wasn't in this one, I guess. JSN, 6 for 77 and a touchdown as they continue to have a really good season. DK Metcalf, 459 was their second lead receiver. Tyler Lockett seems to be old and slow. Kobe Bryant had an insane pick 6. Again, great block or disruption from Devin Witherspoon, I guess. He caused that interception to win half. He is a great player. Also, shout out to Tariq Woolen. He had one of the better games we've seen out of him this season. Probably the best, honestly, overall. Ernest Jones looked pretty solid on film, I guess. I don't know. Kind of a forgettable game overall. 9 tackles and a sack from Tyrese. Obviously, a lot of pressure from Leonard Williams. Specifically, though, Jaron Reed. I think he had like 6 pressures. But Leonard Williams absolutely shined with 2.5 sacks. Overall, this defense really showed up. I'm not going to really put credits they do, though, because I really think the Cardinals could have scored a lot more points than they did. I wouldn't say they got lucky. I just think they, outplayed the Cardinals in a lot of ways, which is good for them, I guess. Caught them on a bad week. Neither team had 200 yards of offense. Again, the Seahawks controlled the clock pretty well overall. Again, being 7 of 14 on third down also went their way as well. Overall, though, pretty solid win by the Seahawks. Again, kind of a statement win in a lot of ways as well. The Rams also needed the Seahawks to win this one, too. So, I'm happy, or not really, because you know what happened later. But still, I'm happy with how this game went. And yeah, that's really all I got here. Now let's get to America's Game of the Week, if you even want to call it that.
America's Game of the Week on Fox, and it's a beaut. To gem in a rematch of last year's divisional playoffs, the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. It's warm for Green Bay stands. Gloves looking for Jaden Reed. Not there. Goes back the other way. Sets up a screen. Bouncing off of people and into the end zone. It's Tucker Kraft.
Punch it in.
They will. Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3rd and goal. Allen looking around. Fires. Caught. In. Touchdown, George Kittle. Forced 12 of them. Here's Love. Launching. Going deep. Has Watson. He missed it. He dropped it. Allen fires. Incomplete. McKinney. High throw is picked off. It's McKinney again. Xavier McKinney. With a pass interference penalty, they get 3 tight ends too. They go with Jacobs in the eye. He'll get it. Jacobs chuck it in. Touchdown number 2.
And now he's forced into a 4th quarter game where it's basically a pass-a-thon.
He slips again. Allen hit. Ball is loose. And is picked up by Green Bay. Jacobs, no shot. Barreling forward. Touchdown again. Number 3 for Jacobs in Green Bay. Here's Allen going to throw a far side. Get McCaffrey involved. McCaffrey turning on the speed. Breaks a couple tackles. And Christian McCaffrey. And the ball came out at the end. It's been much, much different. Love going to throw a fade here in the corner. It is caught for the touchdown. Malik Heath is in.
You say you love me, don't you lie? Don't cry my heart.
And while many will underreact or overreact, there's a lot of mixed feelings about this Niners game one. I'm going to, go mild, I guess, with this one. Then this name for the Niners one is, again, with a bad quarterback in Lambeau, it went as you expected it to go. Nonetheless, though, the Packers are now 8-3. They've won back-to-back games, I guess you could call them. Now, over the Niners, scores 30-10. There's a lot of stuff to talk about for the Niners in terms of, again, losing this. But still, moved to 8-3. They got another game on a short week here playing against the Dolphins. That game should be a win because the Dolphins can't score in the snow or in the cold. So that's good for them. I don't even know what's Lambeau weather. Green Bay weather. Let's figure this out. Thursday. It's supposed to snow and be cold. So, damn, yes. Guys, this game's going to actually be, this is going to be a game that Tua is not going to have fun, which, again, is good for the Packers. It's perfect weather there. But still, they obviously aren't in the greatest spot. Technically, 2 games back of the Lions gets for that divisional spot. But, I don't know. They did what they were supposed to in this one. Blow the doors off the Niners, who, of course, are now 5-6. They have now lost, back-to-back games, I guess. They're not very good, guys. They're not great, honestly. But, honestly, we'll see what happens. They still can win the division. They're only a game back. So, we'll see what happens, obviously. But they're not playing good football at all right now. They're going to need they're not beating the Bills next week. I'd be shocked if they do that. But I think they don't even know they're playing the Week 14. But they're playing the Rams in Week 15. That's going to be a game they're going to have to win. If they lose that one, they're definitely not making the playoffs, guys. They're in a very bad spot, though, overall, guys. They got to figure this out really quickly. But, yeah, they're on the verge of being done. I already think they are, but they're definitely on the verge of it. I'm not going to say completely yet. But still, takeaways for the Niners. Outside of, again, the largest win for or loss for the Niners in series history. This is the largest deficit in this series history. It's very, of course, very storied and long historic there as well. 28 points as well. Again, that's the largest loss for the Niners since 2018, which is pretty crazy. Niners are, yeah, they're done if they lose. I don't want to say they're completely done, but they're in a big bad spot if they lose to the Bills next week. As you expect, again, without your starting quarterback in Lambeau, that's what I said. Bad zone discipline from the Niners. Yeah, young secondary. That's what it's been the entire year. I mean, Niners fans will tell you guys that through and through. CMC looked flat. Yeah, he was not good in this one. Yeah, just not very good. Also the bad fumble. More on the green. Okay. Either way, though. Yeah, Brandon Allen to throw for 200 yards. He tried his best, I guess. Yeah, participation award. 6 for 82 and a touchdown from George Kittle. Juwan Jennings didn't burn me in fantasy, which was okay. Defensively, Isaac Adam was terrible. Guys, like outside of Leonard Floyd winning one-on-one, I really didn't see how this defense played even decent. Fred Warner's been kind of all over the place this year, not in a bad way, but like again, it's not great. Ronald Green is literally just their only press guy. It's not good. Jake Moody at least hit a 48-yarder though. For the Packers, Jordan Love, what did I say? All over the place, like, I guess, Fred Warner, I guess, there. But mostly good overall. Again, he was more, again, aggressive than reckless. Josh Jacobs' best game of his season, 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. Very powerful running attack there. Amanda Wilson on a nice run. Romeo Dobbs led him in receiving. Christian Watson also dropped a touchdown. That was great. Tucker Kraft had a touchdown as well as Malik Heath. Outside of that, though, Packers, interesting to see if they can keep it up the intensity with a short week again against the warm weather Miami team. I'm telling you guys, they might even have a shutout if they're able to step up. Probably not, but we'll see. Xavier McKinney's the best free agency signing in the past 20 years for the Packers. I mean, this is just crazy there. Outside of that, though, really nothing much on this game, guys. Kind of what he's honestly we probably would have expected, but yeah, field goal from Brandon McManus also as well. Outside of that, though, team stats obviously went to the Packers. Really, neither team moved the ball too effectively, though. But 3 bad turnovers by the Niners, and obviously the Packers being 5-5 in the red zone after being a very mid-red zone team for the first 10 weeks. They had a pleasant surprise there as well. So, big blowout win by the Packers. Now let's get to an even bigger one. Oh, my God. What happened, Rams? Oh, this was so bad. Here's Saquon with the best game you'll ever see.
The Sunday before Thanksgiving in beautiful Southern California, and we are in Inglewood at spectacular SoFi Stadium. Williams trying to take it to the outside. He gets tagged there, lost the football. Ruled it down. Got it inside. Touchdown, LA. Johnny Wilson, man in motion. Hurts looking left. With end zone. Touchdown, EJ. Now we can hang on. 30 with Saquon Barkley as the running back. He's big opening. Barkley loose. Second and goal, Stafford, end zone touchdown. Held on to by DeMarcus Robinson. And the Rams respond with 6. Red zone. Gainwell inside. It is Gainwell to the end zone. Philadelphia touchdown. And end up with a 47-yard field attempt. Hardy, Mr. Right. Yard shy of a career high for rushing yards. And he's got it. And he's got more. And he's gonna go all the way. What a night. What a season.
Led towards my Jalen Carter.
Beautiful throws by Stafford to Cooper Kupp.
I want to vomit. Oh, this was so bad. But still, yeah, if you're coming to here like for the 1,000th time, Saquon should be in the MVP conversation, which he should not be because his O-line is literally 90% of it. No, but yeah, Saquon's obviously awesome, but still, the Eagles are the best, second best team in the NFL. I almost said best. 7 straight wins for them off the bye. They are back to their 2022 form, if not even better than that. I am, again, if you're coming here to let me glaze and or meat ride Saquon Barkley, it's not the place for you to be. I'm a Rams fan. I'm going to talk about the Rams more. Bite me, I guess. But still, Saquon, we get it. 302 total yards, franchise record for the Eagles. Most yards since Josh Jacobs did it against Seattle a couple years ago. We had 303. I get that. But Jalen Hurts did absolutely nothing. Well, I mean, he did something, but still. A.J. Brown had a big game. Defensively, they got a lot of pressure, to say the least. They're a really good defense. But they're also a really good football team and a lot more talented and a lot better than the Rams. That's really the way to put it. Credit to where credit's due. They're a better team than the Rams. Simple as that. Honestly, a lot better, as they showed in this one. I will say this. I would be, again, if somehow the Rams hit the playoffs, which right now, they're not getting the playoffs the way they're playing right now. But if these two teams made it in the playoffs, I would expect a very different approach from the Rams coming into that one. That's all I'll say. And I would be shocked if they got blown out again. Well, no, I wouldn't be shocked because they're a lot worse of a team right now. Rams, this is a team, I'm going to be talking about the Rams. Again, if you want crap on the Eagles, go watch an Eagles fan. Pretty simple. Yeah, Saquon is phenomenal, though. He is not in the MVP conversation, though, because if you want Saquon to be in the MVP conversation, last year was the year to talk about it, okay? If he had the season he's having right now, last year, he would be by far the front runner for the MVP. You wouldn't even be able to debate it. This year, no. Joe Burrow is honestly, I think, having a better year than him. He deserves it more. Simple as that, even though they're getting the Bengals are still losing. Josh Allen and Lamar also ahead of him. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, it's quarterback. It's more important. If you took Saquon off this Eagles team, that's what they'd probably be like 7-4 or 8-3. Yeah. But if you took Josh Allen off the Bills, they'd be 4-7. If you took Joe Burrow off the Bengals, well, they'd be 0-11. And if you took Lamar off the Ravens, oh god, they'd be in a rough spot. But still, that is what I think. That's what MVP is. Stafford, 67% again. Stat Padford numbers, I guess. Yeah, he got sacked a lot. It was not great. Running game. Kyron was very efficient. He had a terrible fumble, though. And again, he can't break off big runs, too. He just doesn't have that breakaway speed. That's why he wasn't drafted high. The Rams need explosiveness. They need a quarterback that can move in the pocket. That is the future of LA Rams football. That's all I'll say. We can see it seeping through there. But silver lining, I guess, good news for the Rams. You get the Saints next week. Again, you've lost, 2, 3 straight, 4 straight, 8 straight games in New Orleans. Again, it's not great outside of getting that no call in the championship game. But outside of that, the Rams have not been good in New Orleans. They, of course, had their season end there basically a couple of years ago. They're going to have to bring a pretty solid game if they want to beat the Saints. That's all I got to say. The Saints are actually playing for something, too, because they'll be tied with the Rams in the standings if they are able to win that one, which honestly I think they definitely will be able to. But outside that for the Rams, of course, outside the next week they're playing the Bills, and really the only thing I want to see against the Bills is the Rams not get ran over by Josh Allen. If that doesn't happen, we still got blown out. That's what happens. I just want to see that. Puka led him with 9 for 117. Cooper Kupp got limited. He got locked up. 8 for 60. He did have a touchdown in garbage time. DeMarcus Robinson also had a touchdown. Tutu Atwell was not getting used. Offensively, though, again, they kind of just got boat raced in that second half. I really don't want to talk about that anymore. Defensively, this is the worst defensive performance I've ever seen the Rams. Yeah, this is honestly the worst. Screw it. This is the worst defensive performance I've seen from the Rams in my time watching them, which has been 10 years. So no, that's really all I'll say. This was atrocious. Simple as that. There's no way around it. I don't really know where you go from here if you're a Rams defense. I think Chris Shule will figure it out. He's a really smart dude. He's a bright dude for sure. But they got dismantled. There's nowhere. This is demoralizing, as Troy Aikman said. This is really bad. But Joshua Carter bricked the field goal too. He is frustrating, but not the reason we're bad. Again, Saquon outgained the Rams offense. I'm also probably a little more pissed about this game because, also a big thing there. Again, I haven't really talked about takeaways, but screw that because it really just doesn't matter. Third down, the Rams are still atrocious. They've got to be elite in the red zone if they're going to be able to win games to be effective on offense. But I don't know why we're awful on third down. Maybe it's because we can't consistently protect in terms for a prolonged or a enough period of time, as well as the fact that, again, I just don't think we have the greatest. Again, we get guys open for sure. I get that, but it's got to be quicker. 9 of 16 on third down for the Eagles as well. But guys, comes down for the Rams. Again, they're horrible on third down. They can't protect up front. Their defense just had the worst game I've ever seen out of this group. It was about as bad as it gets, guys. I get the Kyler game blowout in week 2 was really bad, but for a defense that just, again, they couldn't stop Saquon. That's as good as Saquon looked at this one, the Rams literally couldn't stop him. There's nothing they could have done. It was complete domination in that second half, guys. There's nowhere. The Rams defense had no chance. And for that reason, guys, Saquon averaged a first down per carry. I get that. Outgained the entire Rams offense. The Eagles are great. they're a great football team. Will they continue this? They should be 10-2 next week. That's all I'll say. Again, we'll see how the Ravens play on Monday Night Football. Of course, recap for that tomorrow. But I'd say they have a pretty good shot at winning that one. With that said, though, yeah, that's all I got for you guys here in the week. Was a Week 12 recap. Again, if you stayed around the whole time, well, you're just a legend. A lot to talk about, obviously, with the Monday Night Football game again going on right now, I guess, for me. But see ya for the Monday Night Football recap tomorrow, or whenever you're watching that. You can just go see that, I guess. It's out already. And with that said, again, see ya for the Power Rankings as well on Wednesday. A lot to talk about here. Rams get blown out. Kind of sucks, but yeah, all I got for you guys here, and yeah, here's how the A&M and Auburn game ended, of course, from Saturday.
Direct snap, pitch back, Reed rolls right, dropped! It was dropped!